Too much saturated fat, how it raises cholesterol and causes cancer. Hi, I'm Dr. James Machino. You know, there's an abundant evidence to show that eating too much saturated fat raises blood cholesterol levels, which is linked to heart disease and stroke, and also makes your blood excessively sticky, which forms abnormal clots in the blood vessel wall, which also increases the risk of heart attack and stroke, and other vascular conditions, including deep vein thrombosis as an example. But we also see that eating too much saturated fat is linked to an increased risk of breast cancer, prostate cancer, colon cancer, and possibly other cancers. And it also increases weight gain for a lot of people. And many people don't realize that. So how does it all work? When you eat saturated fat, certain saturated fats in particular raise or turn on cholesterol production. And the excess cholesterol that your body doesn't need ends up in the walls of your arteries, unfortunately. That clogs your arteries and narrows them and leads to heart attack, stroke. That's how 40% of people die, in fact. And saturated fat is also increasing the stickiness of your blood by increasing the action of certain blood clotting factors that are released by the liver, such as factor VII, as it's known. And when that happens, then it causes an increased production of fibrin, and fibrin sort of traps all the blood clotting cells in your bloodstream called platelets, and they clump together in sort of a mesh, forming a thrombus. A thrombus is sort of an abnormal clot in the blood vessel wall that can clog the arteries or it can break off and become an embolism and float somewhere else and form a serious clot in the brain or in the lungs. On the cancer front, saturated fat overstimulates reproductive tissues. It encourages them to divide at a faster rate. These cells are dividing faster now in the breast, in the prostate gland, the endometrial cells. And when cells divide too fast, they make more genetic mistakes that lead to cancerous mutations. So cancer develops more easily. In the large intestine, you eat a lot of saturated fat. The body secretes a lot of bile acids. They get converted into cancer-causing secondary sterols, and so it's linked to an increased risk of colorectal cancer as well. So eating too much saturated fat is serious business. And saturated fat also sort of creates an internal environment for cancer to grow. It's like if you already have some cancer cells that have formed, it's like putting fertilizer on them. There's a greater chance you're going to promote the growth of those cancers. So you really need to get the facts straight on this and understand exactly how it works and exactly how much saturated fat is safe to have each day, so you don't go above the ideal range. So what I want you to do is click on the link below. You can download the chapter in my book that explains this. The book's called The Machino Optimal Living Program, 7 Steps to a Healthy, Fit, Age-Resistant Body. And in Chapter 1, I explain the details around saturated fat and how to make sure you're getting foods that don't take you above a certain amount on a daily basis, so you stay within the limits that are safe and reasonable to reduce your risk of heart attacks and stroke and many types of cancer. So click on the link below, download the chapter. I think you'll be very glad you did once you read it, because you'll see that you don't have to be ultra restrictive with your diet, but you do need to put up some barriers and some boundaries for yourself to make sure you don't put yourself at risk unnecessarily. So I thank you for watching. Remember that at machinohealth.com you'll see my other research review papers, footage from my live professional seminars, other downloads, resources, and videos I've created. They're all there for free to help you lead a long, healthy, functional life. My research review papers and teaching materials are complete with all the scientific references, so you'll see you're only getting evidence-based information from me on any health topic that you're looking for. So you should use machinohealth.com as an ongoing, reliable resource of health and wellness information for both you and your family. Thanks again for watching.